Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Hansi Flick and then specifically Barcelona's transfer plans because there's been a lot of rumors in the media right now in regards to Barcelona transfers. And I wanted to clarify because Hansi Flick, he's changing a lot of stuff. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about the transfer targets that Barcelona they are looking for, and as well as all these rumors in regards to the potential transfer that could be happening in the summer. Now we all know that Barcelona, especially Deco, has Amadou Onana very high up on his list. Before Xavi was sacked as manager, Amadou Onana, was the priority alongside, Joshua Kimmich and Zubamendi. And, Amadou Onana was the preferred option from Deco. Zubamendi and Kimmich were the preferred option of Xavi. And now it appears that even though Deco is the one who, likes Amadou Onana, and Deco would want to bring in Amadou Onana instead, for example, of Joshua Kimmich, right now, they view that operation as impossible because Everton, they're asking for a very, very high price. Deco also likes Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle, but apparently, Newcastle and Everton, they are going to be asking for a lot of money for both of these players. We did talk about in the past saying that, okay, due to any FFP issues or anything like that, everything they could potentially sell Amadou Onana, on a cheaper deal, but that doesn't appear to be the case. It seems that they're going to be selling up some other players in order to keep Amadou Onana. But now, guys, another player that I want to be talking about is Dani Olmo, because just like with Amadou Onana, it appears that Dani Olmo is moving away from Barcelona as well. Dani Olmo was one of those players that Xavi specifically wanted and was being mentioned a lot in the media. Now, this is one of the players that I'm really glad, seeing him move away from Barcelona, because the money that was being thrown around for Dani Olmo was roughly around like 60 million euros, and I did not want Barcelona to be paying anywhere near that amount of money for a player like Dani Olmo, who is very similar to that of Ferran Torres. He's just another Ferran Torres, and to be paying that amount of money, you want a superstar. And I'm glad to see that type of profile, a number 10, a sort of like Bernardo Silva type profile, who Xavi really wanted, with the arrival of Hansi Flick, that is no longer the case. His name has disappeared off the transfer list, and Deco, he is also getting involved in the transfer planning and the planning for next season. And apparently, Luis Diaz, he's a winger who he likes a lot, and apparently he prefers him over Nico Williams. Now, I want to know your guys' thoughts about that. Who do you guys prefer, Luis Diaz or Nico Williams? Just the thing is, Luis Diaz, the only way he would be able to come to Barcelona if Rafinha is sold, and that is very unlikely going to happen in the summer, especially with the news that I'm going to talk about right now. But if Rafinha is sold, Luis Diaz, he could be a potential option that is being put on the table. But guys, he just came to Liverpool. He's very injury prone, and he's sometimes erratic on that left wing, and so I prefer Nico Williams over Luis Diaz. But talking about Rafinha, Hansi Flick has made clear that Rafinha is in his plans and views him as a key player. This is reported by Sky Germany, and we all know that many clubs are interested in Rafinha. Saudi Arabia is interested in him, and of course, if Rafinha were to be sold for a big offer, it would help Barcelona tremendously. But the thing is, Rafinha, Hansi Flick, and even some Barcelona fans, they do not want to see him go, and so it's very unlikely that Rafinha will be leaving this summer. But continuing on and talking about even more transfer targets, I'm going to be talking about Xavi Simons, because just like with Amadou Onana, just like with Dani Olmo, it appears that Xavi Simons is getting further and further away from the club and to come into Barcelona. Now, why is this the case? Well, this is because Barcelona, they currently view the Xavi Simons operation as complicated because a lot of teams are interested in getting Xavi Simons' signature, especially Bayern Munich, as they're currently leading the race. But the thing is, because Xavi Simons, he will be leaving on a loan to PSG, from PSG. Xavi Simons, he does have the say, on where he goes. We have to see if that desire to come back to Barcelona is real, or if that was just something made up by the media. If Xavi Simons does really want to come to Barcelona, then he has to make it clear, because right now the club and a lot of Barcelona fans, they view the situation as complicated. This has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. Barcelona, they wanted to negotiate with Xavi Simons before the Euro started, but it's not gonna happen. And hopefully we see Xavi Simons coming to Barcelona, but it's a very difficult operation to happen. But now, talking about some good news, I'm going to be talking about Mikel Merino. I did talk about him on yesterday's video, and I mentioned that Mikel Merino has become a concrete option in that Barcelona midfield, and Deco has really liked him. Hansi Flick also likes Mikel Merino, and we finally have a price on, like, say, what could Barcelona be potentially paying for Mikel Merino, and the proposed transfer fee is 25 million euros plus 5 million in variables. Now, that is a fantastic offer for what is an amazing, what is one of La Liga's best midfielders for the past couple of seasons. Just the thing is, Mikel Merino, he currently doesn't want to rush things, and Barcelona, if they do talk with Mikel Merino, it would have to be after the Euros, when he would then have to sit down and analyze the offers from either Real Sociedad and see the offer from Barcelona. But something to mention is that Barcelona do have an excellent relationship with Merino's agent, who's also, funny enough, represents Pau Cobarsi. And Hansi Flick, he does like him a lot. And something that's very interesting, guys, and I did want to talk about, is that Hansi Flick, he's been studying La Liga and studying what Barcelona needs, and it's very interesting to see that Hansi Flick has already stopped some of Xavi's transfer plans. He put Sergio Roberto's renewal on a hold, which some can view as a positive, and even I view it as a positive as well. He no longer wants to go after Guido Rodriguez. He wants, for example, a box-to-box midfielder, a player who has mobility instead of a positional anchor, a pivot who just is there and anchors in that midfield. He's also not going for players such as Dani Olmo or a Bernardo Silva. These are players that Xavi really wanted to have to come to the club. And Mikel Merino is an upgrade on those players, an upgrade on Sergio Roberto, and an upgrade on Guido Rodriguez. It's very interesting to see what's going to be happening this summer, especially after the Euros. And I'll definitely make sure to keep you guys updated. But guys, definitely let me know your thoughts on everything that I discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of Hansi Flick saying, hey, no Sergio Roberto, no Guido Rodriguez, no Dani Olmo, no Bernardo Silva, instead bring me in Mikel Merino. He's also looking at a potential Xavi Simons. The thing with the Joaos is a little bit complicated, but that's all going to be decided later in the summer. And what do you guys make of Deco's interest in Amadou Onana and as well as Luis Diaz? What do you guys make of those operations? But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video.